It's long, it's long, it's long. We back.
Long. Can't keep
We know what they did.
Find a way.
Right.
There's the will, there's the way. That you're dealing with.
And so now, yes, do you think Jesus is a Jew?
Mm.
This is what the writings have took over from the Christian text.
Yep. Look at that.
So now we just trace this blood
Back. That's right.
back to non-Jewish blood.
That's right.
So now that means the God of that book
is
not talking about the God that's not named.
That's right.
The God that's named in the book is the God it's talking about. So this is why we got to bring it back, because I'm getting back to our question right here.
Yeah.
This is why we have to read the scriptures very carefully.
Yeah.
If you just start reading it, it's a script.
Yeah.
But if you start slowing it down to understanding history, otherwise it's a mystery.
Yeah.
So God is actually referring to something, but they put a code there called God instead of the original word that will bring you to the full awakening.
That's right.
So this is why institutions was born, to keep you away from yourself. And to keep you away from yourself, they gave you the code of God.
Yep. G-O-D. Use the letters again.
So now the first and great commandment was said was to love God. And the second is like unto the first. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. See, now, this is what the Jews wanted us to think. Remember, they don't love us as their neighbor. So who is this applying to? Not them.
That's right.
So now we talking about there was something blotted out, and it was called the divine commandment.
Yeah. That's the great commandment.
The great commandment is from the divine commandment.
Right on.
And see, so now we're going to learn the divine commandment.
Look at it.
See, we're going to see a difference. 36.
My goodness. Ain't that beautiful?
The pursuit of knowledge is a divine commandment for every Musallam. Now, we just seen that we got the creator with the name Great. The Great just gave us the divine commandment. See, let me keep this on track.
Already done changed something already.
The Great, the divine commandment was removed.
Mm-hmm.
It says for every Musallam.
Mm-hmm.
So now who is a Musallam?
Yeah.
Because if knowledge is what describes a Musallam,
Mm-hmm.
the pursuit of knowledge describes a Musallam, then what is a Musallam? Let's just put right here now. We just go to an AI. It's just AI. Who are the Moors they put today? Let's just see what in general.
Oh, yeah. Oh, smart AI.
All right. The term Moor generally referred to the. Anybody reading, or I'm the only one reading?
Go ahead, Shane.
The Muslim. Hold up. Jesus was of the bloodline of a Moor. The Moor's bloodline has a divine commandment, the pursuit of knowledge. What determines who is on the pursuit of knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
That you are a Musallam, a Musallim. And a Musallim is a Moor. You can't erase this stuff. This is how long your Moorish culture goes back. Muslim inhabitants of North Africa. You see why you call African American?
Yeah.
Because of your Moorish descent. See, that was during the Middle Ages. It say the Moors was primarily of, that means African. Check with me now. And Arab descent, that means in modern terms, American or European. And their presence in the Iberian, everybody know about the Iberian route. From the 8th to the 15th century, from the 8th to the 15th century,
impacted.
what's the end of the 15th century? 1492.
That's right. Yeah. That's when they busted a move and changed everything you could think of. Language.
And this is what made when when Noble Drew Ali, the Holy Prophet said, dirty Moors. This is what he's talking about. The name Moor comes from the Latin Moris, referring to the people of Mauritania, a Roman province in North Africa. So these are your dirty Moors, which would mean Muslims who turned Christians.
Look at that.
Dirty Moors are dirty Christians.
Yep.
See, because Christians became Rome.
Yep.
Christians become Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Rome,
That's
as
right.
in Rome, do Rome, as Christian was
That's
created
right.
in Rome. If you're a Christian, then your Lord is Rome.
Yep. Mm.
But as a Musallam,
Mm.
your Lord is Allah.
Mm. Mm.
Now, what knowledge is we supposed to be seeking?
Hmm.
The pursuit of knowledge
Mm.
is a divine commandment. Now, this coming out of Sufa 35, the study.
Just study. Letting you know what you need to study.
Study is the greatest divine commandment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know I wouldn't be where I'm at without study.
That's right. That's so true.
Study means the pursuit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Study is the divine commandment
Mm-hmm.
for every Musallam.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So what did Noble Drew Ali, the holy prophet, tells us to study? If you would ask me what to study, I would say yourself.
Get to know yourself.
Now tell me the difference between the studying of yourself and you shall love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind.
Goodness.
The Moorish American, Noble Drew Ali, the holy prophet, told us to study. That was the message passed to him from our creator of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow a lot of us didn't get the memo.
We didn't get it. We didn't get it.
So now we got to understand, what is this knowledge? 27. Seek knowledge. Seek knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
From the cradle to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
That's called something to do, ain't it?
That's right.
All your life as a Musallam, you have something to do. All you do is seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. And so, what is this knowledge? It says, a man or a woman who shall pursue the path of knowledge, Allah will direct them to the path of paradise. Allah. This knowledge, whoever don't have this knowledge is around or amongst a tyrant or an imposter against Islam. A tyrant and imposter against Islam is one who denies proper education to their people. Have you been properly educated of who you are? Then you are amongst a tyrant and an impostor that is against Islam. It is commanded to all Muslims to rebel, to rebel against such evil. Anyone not teaching you knowledge is a tyrant and an impostor. Anyone not teaching you knowledge, you are to rebel. Against such evil. It's evil to not be teaching knowledge. Knowledge is what makes you free.
That's right.
Knowledge is self. Think about this now. Here comes this specific knowledge right here. Because we want to know, we're supposed to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. The pursuit of knowledge is the divine commandment for every Muslim. That's for those who choose. Now, here goes the knowledge. 45. Here's the pursuit of knowledge. What knowledge you should seek? Seek what knowledge? He who knows his own self knows Allah. Allah. Do we really get that, what we just heard? What knowledge are you supposed to be seeking? You are supposed to be seeking the knowledge of yourself. If you ain't seeking knowledge of self, this is where it begins. See, we just traced back God to the ancient word of what? El, I hope we say.
Yeah.
El. If we see and understand, as I'm finna bring it in, on number 45 is the word self. At the end and at the beginning, there's a letter. The letter at the beginning and the letter at the end. If you remove those, you have what? It's a little brain thinking, or not brain thinking, but mind thinking.
On the law, when you move the A and H.
The S and the F.
O-L.
Of self.
Yeah.
If you can't recognize this, you won't. You
see,
meant to be asleep.
I see if you say move the S and the F.
You meant to be asleep if you ain't.
Yeah,
if you ain't participating with this.
I heard that.
And you ain't understanding what this is. You born to be in stupidity. Because the S and the F is where we get the word self from. Okay, now we're going somewhere with this. Listen very closely. When we take off the S and the F, we have L. L is God. So God is self. So now, let's take it back to the Christian text.
Talking about you all alone.
So now let's reread it. And let's replace the real meaning of God
with self.
With self. The true understanding of God. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Question mark. 37, Jesus said unto him, you shall love the Lord yourself with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment.
Good.
Do you see how powerful letters are?
Yeah.
When you take them out of their origin,
Yeah.
self ain't there. We had to put it back there.
Put it back there. That's right.
It was erased out.
Yeah.
And so all who read now is under a spell of Babel.
That's right. That's correct.
Self being removed and replaced by another word. And that word replaced by means self.
Yep.
This is the first and great commandment. So in Islam, we say, I self law. Uh-oh. So also, when you put we go back to when we put the self, when we take the L of self right in between is L. Of self right between is L. Now let's remove the L, E-L, and we got the word Suf. So the true L was the Suf, and the self is the Suf. Let's keep going. And the self or the Suf is the way, called al-Suf.
Plain as day.
What does al-Suf mean? It means the way.
The way.
So who is the way?
You.
Self. So now this is what it tells us right here in our face. Instead, Islam is first a devotion to self. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, would you see a problem with Islam and the church? The biggest business in the world right now is the church. And the recipient of the means of the monies of church is God.
Yeah, that's who you giving it to. A false God.
A false God.
Man, they better quit paying their time.
You see, stupidity.
I mean, that ain't nothing but stupid. They racking up.
What's the opposite of Islam? See, that's what we're getting to. If Islam is first,
yeah,
we just said the first in divine commandment.
Yeah.
If Islam is first a devotion,
yeah,
not you got a job and you got half time,
yeah,
or half part, and you got full time. If you go full time, you on the job all the time.
Yep.
So if you talking about full time, that's devotion.
That's right.
So for you to be part time or full time, this shows your devotion.
Yeah.
Devotion means fullness of full time.
All in.
All in. All the way.
Yeah,
let's go. All the way. So Islam is first a devotion to self. Self-knowledge and self-restraint. See, here you go right here. To honor God. Uh-oh. We're talking about what a Al-Sufyan Islam is. The divine commandment. How do self honor self? See, you've been thinking it's been to honor God.
Yeah. Looking for God.
See, when God means self. You. I. Islam means a devotion to self, knowledge, and self-restraint to honor God through your or self good works and self virtuous life.
That's right.
Now, can self dig that? Can self dig that?
I can.
And I'm talking be dignified when I say dig that.
Oh,
Can
yes.
self be dignified?
Yes, indeed. All that beautiful. All that magnificent. Yes, I can.
So, what was Jesus teaching? Did he say, ye all are?
True. Self create.
If you was to ask what to study next,
Yourself.
I will reply, yourself.
Yourself.
Islam.
What do you?
So now when we say Islam, you know now what Islam means. Al-Sufyan Islam. Well, self is the way.
Yes, indeed.
Self open up some water
Yeah.
to drink.
Yeah.
Self study.
That's right. It makes sense.
Self drive
That's right.
the car.
That's right.
Self read. Self learn. Self what can you do?
I mean, it's all pertaining to stuff, ain't it?
In Al-Sufyan Islam, Allah, he who knows his own self knows.
Beautiful. And seeing that's that same thing. That other lesson we studied when we become in the oneness. That's the oneness right there.
It's the oneness, y'all. Arm, leg, arm, head. Muscles, limbs, Musa, limb. Come on with it. I self is I Sufyan, Lord, Allah's Musalam. It is not self decoded. It's not self decoded.
Beautiful.
It's self decoded. These are the obstacles. in Moorish culture, also known as Moorish science, the name of God is Allah. See, this is distinctly yours.
Yeah.
We never refer to Allah as God. We refer Allah as self. Don't that make sense? See, so what I'm speaking to you is Moorish Arabic. Al Sufyan Asalam. This was taken away from our culture, re-given to us back by the holy great prophet. All prophets carry the same message of Allah.
Yep. Yep.
So it was our Al Sufyan belief above all others that there's only one deity, and his true name is Allah. See, this is very, very different than understanding from the Christian text. So the Christian text is a memorial of Muslim history or Moorish culture. Moors are Muslims by nature. Muscles and limbs. Muslim.
Yeah.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Muscles, limbs. Muslims. Allah's Muslim. I can't make this up. The divine revelation is revealing. Pick it up. Receive it in. See, because these were all the teachers was coming to. And people would have worshipped Jesus as a God. But Jesus said,
No.
See, check this out. They would have worshipped Jesus as a self, a God. A God is a self. God is self. A self is a God. But Jesus said, I am your brother, man, just come to show the way to self. See how this go when you got the fuck. That's what they will say today, keys, when you got the keys. We passed the 19 keys. We got the way.
That's right.
So all who wants the way,
That's right.
this is the welcoming from me to you to the way. Becoming an Al Sufyan Islam Muslim. So he was teaching you how to be a Muslim. Al Sufyan, Asalam, and this is Islam. See, so man is the flesh. But more importantly, what's in man that moves and created the flesh was inside the flesh. His name is self. Allah in man. So if we are the way, then that means we are our own creator.
Correct. That's correct.
Allah never made a heaven for man. Never made a hell. We are creators. And we make our own. So all of the Christian texts that's mentioning God means self. So now when Jesus is saying that ye are gods, he's not saying that ye are gods. Ye are self.
That's right. That's which we are.
The proof is
proof. You, I'm me.
This is the uniqueness of Allah.
That's right.
This is the infinite of Allah. This is why no one should have sovereignty over your body, mind, or spirit.
That's correct.
For these are self-creations.
That's right.
For these are owned by the self.
That's right.
Self owns the spirit, the mind, and the body.
Correct.
And you do with self as thy will.
And all those are beautiful gifts from Lord.
That's what we're talking about. Thy will mean the will of Allah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
See, so now let me take you to how a Muslim moves. Happy is the Musalam. For if good befalls him, he praises and thanks Allah. And if misfortune, praises God. And if misfortune, praises God. And if misfortune, praises God and bears it patiently.
Bears it patiently.
See, so the Muslim is in between Allah, and God. You know, like your favorite sandwich, the best part is in the middle. That's you. Yourself is the best part.
That's right.
Of the flesh. Self is the best part of the flesh. See, we get to enjoy Allah and God. Because we have the true understanding of what God is. So why we would not praise God? For God is self. Can't get any clearer. Only thing can get clear is this. Therefore, a Musalim is rewarded for every good he does. A Musalam is rewarded for every good he does. She does. See, for my sisters who interested, can a female be a Musalam? Can a female be a Muslim? Can a female be a Musalim? The acquisition of knowledge, the learning of knowledge is a duty incumbent on every Musalam, male and female.
Look at that. Look at that.
The females are protected in Al-Sufyan Islam.
Sure.
You are as precious as Allah is to self as female is to flesh. Acquire then, learn then such knowledge. Whoever seeks knowledge will get two rewards. One reward is the knowledge of self, gained by such a journey, and the other reward is learning, attaining the knowledge learned. There's one thing to hear you the knowledge of self, but once you really have learned, which means you now live by what you know.
Come on with it.
Not what you think. See, the mind, the body, and the spirit are parts of self. And the parts can never be greater than the whole of self. Self is the greater self is greater than the sum of all its parts. It wouldn't matter if you split it up. Self is greater than all its parts. You can look to this part, look to that part, look up, look down, look left, look right. But those are parts and not the whole of self. Self is the being, invisible and indivisible. You can't slice a knife through self. You can't flick a booger on self. Mucus can't get on self. Self is clean purity. And that's why to think is to have the mind clean. To feel is to have the mind clean. And to not smell is to have the body clean. We're talking 3 rebirths of self. And the only way you're going to do that is by learning such knowledge.
That's right.
This knowledge puts you as the divine creator of your own life, not a jail system of and over your own life. See, that's why we know the word jail got the word L in it. See, the Jews are very, very, very hateful of the knowledge of divinity. But they're not ignorant of divinity. They just don't like it. So their writings don't entice it. So they give you code words that make you go around the bush.
Yeah.
Instead of direct through the door of the opening. So our culture is Moorish. Ourselves is divine. All selves is all law. Yeah, okay, so I done said enough. I'm gonna go to some pictures. It's to show you how we came away from the self in one part of the wisdom literature of the ancient Egyptians was referred to as the Ak. The picture I have is the image of the Ka, which would be the higher self in Kemet or ancient Egypt under the Egyptians. So as you see the hand raised like a field goal post, that field goal post in sports is mimicking your higher spirit.
Look at that.
That's the 10 fingers extended to give worship to the great. They use that in sports to make you duel from goal post to goal post. And then when they tell you to freeze, put your hands up. This is how they weaponize according to non-Muslims. So this ancient knowledge of the Ka was connected to the Ba. So that Ka would be the hands up, the Ba would be inside of the hand. And that was called the Ka Ba. So you see where ancient Egypt is still deal with self. They had self up on the picture now. But now in our modern times, this is the Kaaba, that even those who are not seekers of knowledge are worshiping, called the Kaaba. See, this was never the original Kaaba. The Kaaba was inside of self as the Al-Baka, Al-Baka. But now this is what you have to represent the ignorance of your own knowledge to your own divinity. So this is why they say that the word black or black stone is mentioned. Because the stone represents the philosopher's stone of knowledge of self. And that only through knowledge of self will you find God. And so they changed knowledge of self, which was black is divinity. Divinity is divine, and divine is the ruler of the land. That was replaced with the Kaaba and the worship of the Shahada. Through the Shahada is how you get here. So what I'm saying is Jews love a square and a cube. We call a square a L. We call a cube a 7. A Kaaba is a L7. A L7 is a peon. A peon is a Jew. A Jew has stole the science of you and raised themselves up as a nationalistic people with a national deity that have chosen themselves and not all selves. Right. This is called the God of Israel. This is why the angel is called Michael. Yep, Michael. That's why the angel is called Gabriel. El is the first lie that was used to trick the Moorish culture, the people of Moravia. Now, these same people that was once Africans, or call themselves Africans now, these have become the Jews that seek to corrupt the wisdom of the people of Moravia. Moravia. See, the people of wisdom was known as the Moravia. The Moravia. And we introduce everyone to the Father of the universe. The Father of love, truth, peace, purity, and justice. So remember, the circle 7 is what Moorish Jews was practicing behind closed walls. And that's how Noble Drew Ali came in and got the secrets and revealed them to the public in public dominion, in public domain. So these Jews was practicing something particular called Moorish science to confuse the world. And those dirty Moors was once Muslims converted to Christians and became Jews through all over time now. Jews are the only people who have turned their back on Allah and have cursed all gods. So they have created their own, and it starts with E-L. E-I-E-I-O-L. What we have to understand is that never applied to us. So everything that we learned from Christian texts as God as something outside of you, you can now restore yourself through those same texts by now replacing the true meaning. And when you see the word God in your book now, it's talking about self.
Yep. Yes, sir.
But a Muslim already knows. As you see, the Muslim is the wisest of the wise. Not these are not Muslims, these are Jews right here. Let me go back to the picture. Those are not Muslims. Those are Jewish cultures. Those are Jewish cultures. And so if you don't know, they like to call the Kaaba Sharif. They like to call the Quran Sharif. They say the word noble in Arabic means Sharif. So what is being said is that how we've been pointed outside of ourselves.
Yep.
It was never about that. They just made this popular to distract us from our Moorish culture. What is our Moorish culture? To make this real easy for us. Thus, a true Muslim, Moorish culture, respects all religions and all wisdom, but does not respect such prophets as gods.
Right. Because you know it's a lie.
No prophet may be considered greater or lesser. They are one, teaching oneness. They are Moorish, teaching Islam. As all religions and all faiths are ultimately part of Islam. And Al-Sufyan Islam is Moorish, not Jewish. Moorish going back to the Moravians and the Al-Dukhans, the birthplace of Abraham, the descendants of Abraham, born in America, who was raised by their own kind. Noble Drew Ali, the holy prophet, the Moorish American. This is how we unify, is through our Moorish culture. What is our Moorish culture? It's called Al-Jami. We jamming, y'all. The Moorish culture is the unifier of all people. The Moorish culture is the gatherer of all people. That's the real game. That's how they started playing games on our culture. Cultural game. Our Moorish culture is rich in the riches of music, riches of art, the riches of building. between the stalls and the warehouses of great city markets. Moorish architecture, Moorish literature, Moorish music. What else you knew about our Moorish culture? By the clothes, the dress, and customs of ancient peoples. The Moorish culture of Al-Sufyan Islam al-Law means that al-Law is all cultures and all peoples. The path to al-Law is many. It's our culture. So, to respect culture is to express love of Islam. Verily, a man cannot be both a hater of culture and a Muslim. So the circle 7 logos is Jewish. Al-Sufyan al-Law is Moorish. Yes, the Moors were primarily Muslim. So the word Muslim or Muslim, Muslim comes from this word. Al-Musa. Musalim comes from the word Al-Musa. Al-Musa, this is where you hear the word aware. To be a Musalim is to be most aware. Musawir. The awareness or the Musawir is our deepest nature. The Al-Musa is your instinct. The Al-Musa is your purpose. Your Al-Musa is the oneness from our birth. The Al-Musa is the remembrance of what we are and what existence is. Every child is born with a disposition towards the way. Every child is born with a disposition towards the self. So when they say, I don't want this, this is their disposition to self. They don't like what you like. This is the gift from Allah. So that's where you get the name Musa from. So when you hear the prophet Moses, this is where you get the word Moses from, is Musa. Musa, Moses, was the Al Musa. And that's where you get Musa Lim. The people that Moses brought out of the bondage, he was giving them the sacred teachings of the Musalam. And as you see, the Musalim, the Musalim, the Eem comes from Hakim, the wisdom. So the Musalim is the most wise. So why would a Musalim be circling an object?
That's right. Outside, outer.
We're talking about divine knowledge. A Musalam knows self as Allah. A Musalam knows an al-Sufiyan is the way. See, the Suf is the self, and this is the best part of the flesh. This is the wisest part of you.
Yep.
This is where you love yourself from, and this is where you love the world from. From your al-Musa. And your al-Hakim. So when one has final understanding of self, this is called al-Hakim. The greatest wisdom is to have understanding of self. With that understanding of self, self knows that Allah loves life. And so the greatest conduct an al-Musalam can do is the greatest goodness is to respect life and to live your own life to the fullest. As if only one more day has been granted. And with all that knowledge, and I'll tell you that you couldn't enjoy one more day if you had to read book after book.
That's right.
And that what it took me to get this message to you. That was my sacrifice.
That's right.
To help myself so I can be able to help others.
Beautiful.
And another self.
Beautiful.
So you can have all the fun and I can join. Because as Jesus said, Allah Sufa. In Greek, they put it as telestate. Meaning the debt is paid. Al Sufyan Islam. Allah. As-salam, as-salam, as-salam. Latif al Sufyan Mu'i. Islam, Islam, Islam.